welcome you to the press conference dedicated to the Russian UNSC presidency in April.
What is your comment to those who suggest that Russia should not be president of the Security Council?
Some countries are pretending they can decide at their own will who they want or do not want to be in the chair of the presidency of the Security Council. As long as the current world order with the UN and the Security Council stands, there will be no change in the rules of procedure.
The U.S. expects Russia to be spreading disinformation.
That we are spreading will be spreading, using the presidency to spread disinformation about Ukraine. That's a statement that is in vein of the Western narrative. One of the disinformation that the Western media and Western officials are spreading is the situation of Ukrainian children who were allegedly kidnapped from Ukraine and brought to Russia against their will. And this is just one aspect. But the Area Formula meeting, which I hope you will follow, is intended to dispel this narrative.
Nightmare sometimes about nuclear war.
I sleep well because I know that at least us, we are not asking for the nuclear war. We are not threatening nuclear war. All this narrative that Russia is threatening the world with the nukes is a part of a propaganda as well. We've been saying long time consistently that it is not in our military doctrine, which provides for very few specific cases when the nuclear weapons can be engaged.
Normal citizens feel offended that a country can chair the Security Council when its leader is under arrest warrant by the ICC.
I commented on the decision of the International Criminal Court. Besides being stupid, let's put things straight. That is also an illegitimate decision, means nothing to us. And I think that those that encourage that decision, perhaps they already regret they did it. Because, as I said, what they did, it doesn't make us closer to any resolution of the current crisis we are living in.
The arrest of American Wall Street Journal journalist Evan Gershkovich.
He was arrested on charges of espionage. The investigation is going on. We hear statements coming from the West. Today, Secretary Blinken talked to Minister Lavrov on that issue. But that will be decided not by Minister Lavrov or Secretary Blinken, but by investigation and by the evidence that the investigation could provide for the court.
Grain deal?
A grain deal, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You expect concrete results by May 18?
The second part of the deal, which concerns the Russian export of food and fertilizers, is not working. Is not working 100%. Despite all the efforts Secretary General and Rebecca Greenspan are undertaking, and we recognize these efforts, but we are where we are.
So what is your benchmark to say that the MOU is working for you?
We had fertilizers that were arrested in some European ports, Baltics and I think Belgium and Netherlands, at least one of them, that we offered to deliver to the developing countries who need them free of charge. Out of the total number, which amounts to nearly 300,000 tons of fertilizers, only 30,000 tons were exported or rather evacuated from one of those ports. The Secretary General is instrumental in promoting the Black Sea Initiative, which we recognize. At the same time, the Black Sea Initiative is clearly one-sided, not because of his fault, but because our Western colleagues claiming that Russian the food experts and fertilizer experts are not under sanctions are doing their utmost to block them.
China, do you think it can play a key role even here at the UN to facilitate a negotiation?
I wish it could be the case, but I have strong doubts that the European leaders, with their position on the Ukrainian crisis, could come to anything sensible and meaningful when they visit China. We more or less know their rhetoric and narrative, what they will say and what they will demanding from President Xi.
Ambassador, how many other PRs, how many people?
Russia is assuming its seat as president of the Security Council. Started on April 1st. It's like an April Fool's joke, but the truth of the matter is it's a rotating seat. We expect that they will behave professionally, but we also expect that they will use their seat to spread disinformation and to promote their own agenda as it relates to Ukraine, and we will stand ready to call them out